Hi everyone, my name is AMORITA with student number 2024-32051. In this video, I will present the interactive website that I have developed using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And this website contains educational content about the difference between the three most commonly used digital image formats, namely PNG, JPG, and SVG. So before the demonstrating the website, I would like to show the project structure. So this project consistent of 4 HTML files is index.html as the main page, followed by PNG HTML, GPG HTML, and SVG HTML, which contain the material for each image format. And the entire appearance of the website is managed through a single CSS file called style.css, while all interactive features are controlled by a single JavaScript file named script.js. In addition, there is an image folder that stores all illustrations and sample image used through the website. Now I will show the final result of the website. So this website adopts a modern, clean, minimalist, and aesthetic design concept with a dominant red color combined with a soft cream color following the requirements of the assignment. And at the top of the page, there is a navigation bar containing 4 menus: Home, PNG, JPG, and SVG, allowing users to move easily between pages. And the website is also designed to be responsive, so it provides a comfortable user experience on different screen sizes. So the first page is the home page, and at the top of the page there is a hero section that displays the main title about digital image file formats along with an illustration that supports the visual appearance of the website. And below the hero section there is a brief explanation of what digital image formats are. And next there is a short introductions to the 3 image formats discussed on this website, namely PNG, JPG, and SVG, along with a brief description of each format. So, and finally, at the bottom of the page, there is a footer containing the website identity and watermark as required in the assignment. Okay, next, I will open the PNG page. So in the PNG page is explained that PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics, and PNG is a raster image format that supports transparent backgrounds, making it highly suitable for logos, icons, and illustrations. And the page also contains an advantages section that explains several strengths of the PNG format, such as its high image quality and transparency support. And below that, there is a disadvantage section explaining some of its limitations, and one of which is its relatively larger file size compared to JPG. And this page also includes an interactive feature called Show Image. So when the Show Image button is clicked, JavaScript displaying a PNG sample image, and the button then change into Hide Image. When the Hide Image button is clicked, the image is hidden again. So at the bottom of the page, there is also a table showing the characteristics of PNG as well as recommendation for when its format should be used. Next, I will open the JPG page. So in this page explains that JPG or Joint Photographic Experts Group and is an image format that uses lossy compression. And the main advantage of JPG is a relatively small file size, making it excellent choice for digital photography and web image. However, JPG does not support transparent backgrounds, and the image quality may gradually decrease if the file is saved repeatedly. So just like the PNG page, this page also includes Show Image and Hide Image. Buttons are implemented using the JavaScript. And at the bottom of the page, there is a table describing the characteristic of the JPG format along with recommendations for its appropriate use. Next, I will move to this SVG page. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. Unlike PNG and JPG, SVG is a vector-based image format, which means that the image remains sharp and clear even when it enlarged multiple times. And for this reason, SVG is widely used for logos, icons, website illustrations, and user interface designs. And this page also includes an interactive feature that allows users to display as an SVG sample image. And in addition, there is a table describing that characteristic of SVG, and followed by comparison the table between PNG, GPG, and SVG. And this comparison helps users understand the difference among these three image formats more easily. Okay, next I will explain the HTML structure used in this project. Okay, this website is built using HTML5, beginning with the doc type declaration. And inside the head section, I include the metadata, the page title, and the link to external CSS file. And the body section contains several main elements, and the header is used to display the navigation bar. And then multiple section elements are used to organize different parts of the website, such as the hero section, articles, information cards, tables, and other content. Okay, and finally, the footer contains the website identity and watermark. And by organizing the HTML into separate sections, the code becomes cleaner, easier to understand, and easier to maintain or expand in the future. Okay, next, I will explain the style CSS file, which is responsible for controlling the entire appearance of the website. And at the very beginning of the file, there is a comment section that serves as the CSS file identifications containing the project name, course name, author's name, and student ID. And after that, I import the Poppins font from Google Fonts to make the website look more modern and improve readability. The next section is root, which is stores CSS variables such as the primary color, secondary color, text color, shadow, and border radius. And by using CSS variables, changing the website theme becomes much easier because the colors only need to be updated in one place. Next, the universal selector and the body section I used to define the default margin, padding, font, background color, text color, and other basic website settings. The following section contains background decorations using the before and after pseudo elements to create soft blur circles and making the website look more aesthetic. And for the navigation bar, I use Flexbox to arrange the logo and navigation menu horizontally. And I also apply a glass morphism effect by adding transparency, blur, borders, and shadows to create a more modern appearance. Next, the hero section, I use a CSS grid to align the next illustration side by side. And the main heading features a red gradient effect. And while the illustration is animated with a floating effect to make the page more visually engaging. Next, I define the styles for the buttons, including both the primary button and the outline button that are used through the website. And the section and card components are designed with a glass morphism effect, rounded corners, shadows, and hover animations to provide a more interactive user experience. In the image show section, images are hidden by default using the display non-property, and they are displayed later through JavaScript when the user clicks a button. And the table section is tiled with a red gradient header and hover effects on each row to improve readability. The content box section is used to display summaries with a white background and shadow, making the information easier to read. Next, I implement a scroll reveal effect to animate each section as the user scrolls through the page. And I also added hover effects for the cards and customize the scroll bar so that it matches the overall color theme of the website. And finally, the footer use a red gradient background along with decorative elements to make the button section of the website more attractive. And at the end of the CSS file, I implemented media queries to ensure that the website remains responsive on tablets and smartphones. Okay, next I will explain the JavaScript file used in this project. So the first function is show image, and this function is responsible for displaying an image when the show image button is clicked. And besides displaying the image, this function also hides the show image button and replace it with the hide image button. Okay, the second function is hide image. So this function performs the opposite action by hiding the image and restoring the original button display. Next, there is a reveal section function. And this function creates a scroll animation effects, and as user scroll down the page, each section gradually appears with a smooth animation, making the website feel more dynamic and interactive. And in addition, I implemented an active navigation feature so that the currently open page can be identified easily through the navigation bar. And finally, JavaScript also includes a simple page fade-in effect when the website is loaded, making the transition into the page look smoother. And overall, JavaScript makes this website so much more interactive compared to website built using only HTML and CSS. So in conclusion, this website was successfully developed using HTML to build of the page structure, CSS to design and style the interface, and JavaScript to provide interactive features. And the website consists of 4 main pages discussing the PNG, JPG, and SVG image formats, and it also includes educational articles, comparison table, interactive buttons, illustrations, and a modern, clean, and responsive design. And through this project, I gained a better understanding of how to develop an interactive website while also learning the characteristic and appropriate use of a different digital image format in graphic design and web development. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.